Do talk a little bit, though, in the end, on a personal note, Mr. Sinha. You have been someone who was with the BJP for decades. But you belong to a Vajpayee BJP and not a Modi BJP. And therefore, you have emerged as a trenchant critic, one of the most sort of nationally senior voices to come out against the Prime Minister. But you do have a son who continues to be in the BJP, and many believe has been, in a sense, penalized for being your son in the BJP. How has that played out for you? And as a father, how do you tackle those questions? I've always wondered how that plays out.
Well, two things. One is that, yes, I was in the BJP of Advani and Mr. Vajpayee. That BJP was quite apart from the BJP of today. If consensus was the watchword of the BJP then conquest is the watchword of the BJP now. If you look at the alliances that Mr. Vajpayee built across the country and the fact that allies have left the present BJP, you will not be surprised at the fact that I not only I dissociated myself with this BJP, but I have become a critic of this BJP. I don't think the BJP of today is working in national interest like the BJP of Mr. Vajpayee did. That's one. And the second is about my son. He is an adult. He has a mind of his own, just as I have a mind of my own. And therefore, he is entitled to his opinion, just as I am entitled to my opinion. And, from the beginning, I have not imposed my will on my children. I have allowed them to take very much their own decisions, which has made them independent in life. And I would like them to continue to be independent instead of feeling any pressure from me. So I leave it at that. Mr. Jayant Sinha, who is my son, will of course continue to be my son. That's a blood relationship, and I'll continue to be his father. But we may have differences as far as political views are concerned.
Do you think he's being punished for being your son?
I hope he's not, because it will be very, very cheap politics if my so-called sins are made to visit upon my son's future. He continues to be firmly with the Bharatiya Janata Party. You know about his qualifications and his performance. Yeah. And I think that should count more than anything else. But if he's punished because of my actions, then I'll consider it to be a very sad day in Indian politics.